Hello, people of Earth. It's your pal, the Orbital Outcast, Rad Gnarly, coming your way with another low-key broadcast. Today we are presenting weeks 9 and 10, I believe, of GWA's weekly wrestling television, TREBUCHET. But before we get to that, I'd like to say hello to everyone in chat or checking us out on VOD. No matter who, what, where, when, why, or how you happen to be in this great big old world of ours. We are happy to have you with us, and we hope the day finds you well. Alright, got the big old GWA logo up. I don't need to pre-book anything, because much to my amazement, it actually saved the changes that I made. I mean, I did have to put a title on the line that was on the line before. I did have to adjust that a little bit, but we're going to hit show intro here. I'm going to drop it to studio mode. I'm going to get you out of this GWA background. There we go. And then I'll studio mode for myself. There we go. Beep, boop, ba-choom. All right. Getting right to it, as we usually pre-book week 1. And then I will cobble together week 2. And broadcast that one as well. And there we are. Soaring through the wormhole, so we can spit our custom GWA arena out in some beautiful city across this great big old world of ours. Who knows where we're going to end up this week. The weekly television can be anywhere but the United States. And then the pay-per-views can, I think, just be anywhere. Yay! Welcome to GWA TREBUCHET! Coming to you from beautiful Baltimore, Maryland! Oh, apparently we can go to the States during the weekly show. I could have sworn I turned them off. Nothing against the United States of America, in particular, on this particular day. Just, wanted to, you know, showcase any other place but that. Just cause. Just to be different. Alright, so we have started ourselves some feuds, or perhaps some feuds percolated on their own. One can never tell. As we have a tables match kicking us off between Batman and Darkseid. We're going to go ahead and skip entrances. So we can get down to the ring post-haste. Let me go ahead and ready up in the middle here. It's so nice not having to tab back and forth between several screens as I track 5 concurrent tournaments or other championship opportunities. Now the challenge begins, where I need to figure out what to do with all our champions. Build challengers, etc., etc. Mind you, I can set up the matches I would like to see, or sort of the feuds I would like to see, but I do not control any of the match outcomes. I just simulate them and we, you know, call and adjust on the fly as things present themselves. A lot of headcanon. Load up that old headcanon. Whoa! Lots of ringy-dingies, and we are underway in this one. Batman in full cape. So his secondary attire is just him with cape. I didn't know you could wrestle in the capes. What is Superman's problem then? Because his second attire is his funeral attire. Interesting. Interesting. I'll have to look into that. Oh, one other change I should denote. After going through the first 8 weeks in a pay-per-view of our GWA roster, I noticed how similar a lot of the wrestlers' movesets were to one another. Like, they were just sort of basic archetypes that had been pasted upon the sort of framework of a character based on size and disposition and whatnot. So what I have since done is I spent a couple hours, hang on, big suplex there by Darkseid. Gonna be showcasing his power in this one. Oh, Snake Eyes across the turnbuckle there. I went through every single created wrestler here and assigned them the moveset of a WWE wrestler that was in the game, be they legend or current roster, at least at the time of the game. And in the cases of some, made some adjustments to signatures and finishers, but everyone should, like, perform more like, you know, their own individual flair now. See if you can determine who is wrestling as whom. Now that we've set everything up. Some of them I remember. I did this in the dead of night last night. Some of them I remember. Some of them not so much. So it'll be fun to have to guess. Good gravy. Who is this? Up and down, sliding out of the ring. This is a tables match. The only way to win is to put your opponent through a table. Darkseid thinks he has worn down Batman enough. Well, I can see why they don't necessarily use the capes every time, because Number one, they don't move at all, so they're just mostly stiff. And they clip through the ground when you're on your back. Okay. Understandable why you wouldn't use the cape all the time. Batman now setting up the table, center of the ring. Jeez, the ease with which Darkseid was able to get over that. Hang on! Oh, almost burning hammer by Batman to Darkseid. Couldn't quite get him down and out, though. I do not remember. Man, the Asai moonsault from Batman. I do not remember who his wrestler is. I am pretty sure... Ooh, and an underhook belly-to-belly there by Darkseid. Thought he put him through the table, didn't quite aim it properly. All of these moves could go through the table at any time. Hang on, here comes Batman. Trying to roll through. Into the calf crusher. Ah, yes. I do believe Batman's moveset is AJ Styles. All right. So I guess that kind of makes sense. I think at the time I was like, well, the phenomenal forearm where he springboards into the ring is kind of like Batman pouncing on you from on high. So that's... Oh dear, into the powerbomb position and Darkseid with an enthusiastic bomb through the table, ending this matchup against Batman. Let's see what transpires afterwards. So I believe that was Batman, who's now wrestling very much like the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, and Darkseid, if I'm not mistaken. Derek Snyder instead of Darkseid. You ding dong. Worst ring announcer in the game. I do believe he's Andre the Giant, if I'm not mistaken. And nothing additional, even though that was a rivalry match, one of our 2 rivalry matches this evening. Early start today, just because I happened to be awake and had the energy for it. Time is a construct anyway, it doesn't really matter. Tag team division action, and we're clicking off all these entrances just to get to the action as quickly as possible. As Mr. Rogers and Bill Nye, collectively known as PBS, the Public Beatdown Squad, are facing Tyler Durden and Bolo Young, 2 members of Nicolas Cage's Hollywood and Violence faction. Let's go ahead and get on down to the ringy-dingy for this one, as we make our way through our weekly trebuchet. I do like that the controller thing is kind of in bow tie position on most of these. In fact, Bill Nye sporting a bow tie, not in the bow tie position that that the controller icon is. Bolo Young, perfect bow tie position. Tyler Durden, again, perfect bow tie position. Nicely done. Durden and Young, along with Jason Statham and leader Nicolas Cage, comprising Hollywood and Violence. PBS coming off a disappointing showing. Didn't quite make it to the finals of the tag team tournament to crown our first ever champions. Trying to rebound from that as we get ready for some activity in our tag team division. PBS, the Public Beatdown Squad, against Hollywood and Violence. Ref rings the bell and we are underway here. Let's see if I can remember. If I remember this correctly, Bill Nye and Mr. Rogers, I wanted to give like old school wrestlers movesets and stuff like that. Like I wanted them to wrestle like somebody from the 80s, basically. So I'm pretty sure Mr. Rogers has the moveset of Jerry the King Lawler, and Bill Nye now wrestles like Jake the Snake Roberts. I'm pretty sure that's what I went with, because I thought that'd be a fun old school combination. As for Bolo Young and Tyler Durden, I couldn't tell you. We'll figure it out together. Nice knee strikes there from Bolo. Let's start as he sends Bill Nye up and over and follows him out, but changes direction to attack Fred Rogers, hoping... Oh, good gravy. Cranking away on the arm in front of Bill Nye. After 3 here, we do have a 10 count to get back into the ring. Standard rules applying for all of these contests now. No more of my custom rule sets, at least at the moment. So I do believe it's a 10 count. Oh, nicely done by Knight. To tag in Fred Rogers legally, giving himself a little extra time to pull that off. Sending Bolo Young up and over. Bolo Young content to take out his frustrations on a fresh Fred Rogers. Oh, nice roll through by Rogers. Who's going to have that fist drop and the pile driver as his finishers now. Got a single leg bar going there. Let's see if I can pick up from the mannerisms in the moveset whom Bolo Young is now styled after. Definitely no longer default attacks, just based on those knee strikes and stuff, from what I can tell. Rogers now with Young in the corner. Oh, big chop across the chest. Down goes Bolo, and up goes Fred Rogers. What is he thinking here? Oh, missing the elbow drop, and Bolo Young diving to tag out a fresh Tyler Durden. Bolo Young has Fred Rogers distracted, allowing Durden to get the offense in here. Oh, no. Nice counter by Rogers. Dragging Durden back to the PBS corner. Back elbow strike. Into the Russian leg sweep. Nicely done there by Tyler Durden. Yeah, everyone is suddenly going to be much better at wrestling. More cohesion, I would assume, amongst the movesets as they all, or for the most part, belong to real-life wrestlers now. I forgot to do a couple, as I think of it now. Oh, God, what a knee strike there from Bill Nye. Stomping away, simple and effective offense from the public beatdown squad. Ah, a little taste of his own medicine there. Gets stomped on now by Durden. 3 of them. To the inside of that elbow. We're going to snap the wrist of Bill Nye. He saw it trapped against the canvas there. Up and over, nicely done. Tag back into Bolo Young. Bill Nye struggling to get back to his feet. Bolo not inclined to help him. Now wrenching back. Got to watch out for the fishhook there, ref. Now he's in the way of our view, but I assume it's a clean submission attempt that Bill Nye able to break himself out of. And now, a little bit of payback for Bolo Young as he's raking the face. It's Bill Nye. Back in comes Fred Rogers. Fred Rogers. Trying to make it a beautiful day in his neighborhood with a big win here for the public beatdown squad. Face first goes Bolo Young, able to roll out of the way of the follow-up offense into a Uranagi to Rogers. Nice counter there by Bolo. Into the pin. Rogers grabs the rope at 1 for the break. Bill Nye stalking Bolo Young. Distracting the man. He's got till 5 to get out of the ring here. Whipped into the corner. He's still in the corner though, ref. Get that count going. Rogers. Beautiful standing drop kick into Bolo Young. Ref distracted. Finally in the pin. Only gets a 2. I believe if the ref had not been distracted by Bill Nye in the turnbuckle there, that could have been a 3 count. Rogers going up top. Looking to end things here. Feeling pretty good about himself. Calling for Bolo to stand. Oh, the diving fist to the side of the head. That's it, says Mr. Rogers. 1. No! Tyler Durden with the save. Supreme confidence on the face of Fred Rogers after that diving punch. Up and over goes Tyler. Bill Nye taking care of him. Good idea, says Mr. Rogers, and up and over goes Bolo Young as well. Action spilled out to the floor here. We got a 10 count to return to the ring. Countouts and disqualifications in effect in our standard rules here. Just no time limits. That would be honestly the only thing I would want to customize at this point then. Like if the other rules are in effect, I would just set sort of standard real-world time limits on some of these matches. Just to keep the shows from dragging and to give myself like a standard sort of out. Based on like stream time and stuff. It's something I'm going to look into for next week, much like I adjusted the movesets this week. Constantly improving in the 4th generation of the GWA. Ref's up to 8 here. Bolo Young still out on the floor. Ref, keep counting. That is 8. Bolo's got 2 seconds to get back into the ring. No movement at 9. Oh, Bill Nye exiting the ring to break the count. The only thing that saved the Hollywood and Violence team in this matchup. Up and over, Bill Nye with the counter into the German release on the floor to Bolo Young, further damaging the man. We're up to 4 again. More punishment by the public beatdown squad on the floor. Oh, gosh. Bolo Young's face may have bounced off that bottom step on the way down there. As Bill Nye is now calling him to get back into the ring while standing in the way of his tag team partner. Oh, hang on. Once again, breaking the count is Bill Nye. But Bolo Young not falling for it. I mean, way to prove me wrong as soon as the sentence is out of my mouth there, Bolo Young. Nice counter by Bolo. Pulling Nye back to his feet, stomping away, heel the foot. Oh, into the kidneys. He's going to hammerlock that arm and wrench back on the other one, especially on that wrist. Up to 6 already. Bolo Young back in the ring at 7. Bill Nye should join him shortly. But again, they reset the count. And the fight continues. Off the stairs once again goes Bolo Young. As both Bill Rogers and Tyler Durden just watching on from the apron as their partners continue to brawl outside the ring here. In beautiful Baltimore, Maryland. Couldn't be happier to have you strolling down the gnarly wrestling aisle on this Thursday early afternoon for GWA Trebuchet. As in comes Fred Rogers looking to pick the bones of a Bolo Young. Oh, continuing that damaging limb work. Here's Rogers, meticulous in their offense. Are the public beatdown squad. Camel clutch by Rogers. Durden trying to help his man. Can't seem to. Rogers cinching back. Oh, eventually. Giving up as he spies Tyler Durden gives him a back elbow for his troubles. Just to get him out of his business. If the ref wasn't going to get rid of him, Fred Rogers had to take matters into his own hands. Solid, believable, old school offense from the public beatdown squads now and forevermore. So I like the idea of Bill Nye building up to a DDT and Fred Rogers with that sick pile driver. It'll be nice if they get the win here. I mean, it'll be fine either way. I root for no one in my game. They're all my toys. All of them my playthings. Bolo Young getting some time and space with that slam. Finally able to get some relief and head to the apron. Oh, in comes Tyler Durden. Nice counter by Bill Nye into the DDT, spiking Tyler on his face. Hails, yeah. That was awesome. Dragging him away from the ropes. Bill Nye looking for the victory here. Rolls him into the pin, hooks the leg. 1. Bolo saves it before a count of 2. Bolo sending Rogers up and over. Bill Nye trying to deal with Bolo Young so he can turn his attention back to the legal man. Tyler Durden gets caught with a hook kick by a recovered Durden. Into the cover. 2. Hang on, a 3 count. Bill Nye clearly with his head on the bottom rope. Referee didn't see it. Hollywood and Violence picking up the win. Clear as day.
The Hollywood Block.
Crowd not happy. Neither is your announcer. Shenanigans. Ref didn't see it. Bill Nye with his hand on the bottom rope, starting at a count of 1. Let me pencil in a rematch. I'm gonna roll this back. I had a different tag match scheduled for next week. No longer! I'm gonna roll this one back. PBS versus Hollywood and Violence. Escalation. Okay. Nito Mosquito. Now we have some activity in our women's division as Billie Eilish looking for a singles victory in Nicki Minaj. Now that we're done all these sort of compulsory tournaments, I don't know if they're compulsory necessarily. Perhaps in my wrestle brain they are. But now that we've crowned all our champions, we can like broaden things out, and we're just having matches within these divisions now. So Batman Darkseid, for example, that's our multiversal division, and a feud brewing there. This is obviously tag team division action, and now in our women's division, Billie Eilish, Nicki Minaj one-on-one. I believe they I haven't seen Nicki Minaj's singles entrance. We're still gonna save entrances for title matches, I think is the way we're gonna go from here on out. But boom, earn yourself a title shot or a title opportunity, like a #1 contenders match. If this turns into a feud, we'll maybe start doing entrances on like a, the conclusion of, or like a big pay-per-view gimmick match for it, etc., etc. I want to make sure I at least get them on screen once, if I can, singles-wise, because their Twitter handle is the name of the person that provided the call to the community here, and I'm ever so grateful. I don't know if it's just Xbox or if it's cross-platform, but the 2K community that made all of I didn't create a single one of these wrestlers, that made all of these. I can't express how much it means to me that there are these many options and more of wild and wonderful and wacky wrestlers to choose from. Made my job almost difficult narrowing it down. And that's why we have a full roster to the tune of, I have 100 creator wrestler slots and 99 of them are featured in the GWA roster this year. I mean, there are just so many options out there. Cheers to everyone that ever made a call and thought to upload it. Billie Eilish in the bright green, Nicki Minaj in the strawberry yogurt pink. And the chonky heels as well. One of our female competitors electing to wrestle in heels. Not a decision I would make, but I applaud their efforts. Baffles me how they can be so athletic. Speaking of, nice counter there by Nikki, into the German suplex. It's Nicki Minaj, not Mickey Minaj. Or Nimaj? Oh dear. Standard 10 count and DQs once again in effect here in a singles contest. Nikki at first getting in the way of the referee employing her not to follow Billie Eilish out to the ringside area. Sneaking around behind the ref, however, is Nikki. Now the fight spills out to the floor. Oh, backbreaker by Minaj. Obviously saw how Eilish landed. Big old splat on her back over the top rope to the floor there, trying to seize up those back muscles on her way to a victory. But Eilish fighting back. Count up to 4. Eilish scuttling away from Nicki Minaj and returning to the ring. Got something to say to the crowd, does Billie Eilish. Can't for the life of me remember. Nice butterfly suplex with a bridge by Eilish here. Hang on, 2. Nicki Minaj rolling the shoulder at 2. You can see a lot of our athletes have been in the gym training. A lot of new moves on display. Trying to figure out who are the 2 women's wrestlers that whose movesets I copied for these 2. Difficult to tell until the finishers come out, I would say, unless they have some very specific offense. Nice! Side kick there by Minaj, looking for the cover. 1, 2! Eilish back up a 2. Looked to be on Dream Street on the canvas there. Thought she was snoring during that pin. But able to kick out at 2. Ooh, nice block by Billy. Oh, into the small package driver. Doesn't hold on for the pin. Thought it was a fisherman buster, but you saw her hook that second leg on the way down, turning into a small package driver. Nice dragon screw by Minaj to get herself some time here. Pulls Billy back to her feet. Into the big DDT by Minaj. Crawls into the cover. Kind of a lackadaisical pin. And Billy able to roll the shoulder at 2. Very interesting. Is that like, someone must do that. I mean, obviously. So that's got to be a finish or a special where somebody... I don't remember who DDTs them and pins them like that, though. It seems like a Maurice type of move or something. I don't know, though. I think she's in the game. It might be Maurice. I'm not quite sure. Oh, just a slap to the back of the head. Eilish trying to get back into this thing. Snap, suplex by Eilish. Nicely done. Climbing up top, second rope. Calling for Minaj to stand. Big axe handle off the second. Drops a knee to follow up. Rolling next snap by Eilish. She herself on a roll here. Try to position Nicki Minaj just so in the center of the ring. Eilish grabbing a leg. Into the side. Figure 4. Trailer hitch variation. Shout out to Jamie Noble. Quick pin attempt. Minaj out at 2. Eilish checking her roots and then get back to the fight. Measuring Minaj. Minaj able to counter. Rake of the eyes. Into another DDT. Once again into that rather unique pinfall attempt from Nicki Minaj. And once again, Billie Eilish rolling the shoulder. Oh. Dimming her lights with a kick. Perhaps setting up a third DDT of the matchup. No, it's Eilish's turn to counter. Oh! Another rake of the eyes. Face first goes Eilish. Minaj, house of fire here, determined to get this win. Looking for the submission victory now. Oh, cranking back. Trying to pull Billie Eilish's face off. Eilish may be forced to tap. And just dribbling the back of her head off the canvas. Minaj relentless here. Ah, both of those heels into the shoulder blades of Billie Eilish. Another DDT counter by Eilish. Hanging on for dear life. Into what I'm assuming is the disarmer. And that will do it. All right, so maybe Billie Eilish might be Becky Lynch. What a victory for Billie Eilish! Let's take a look at some of the highlights. Let's go back to my match listing and remember to keep track of the winners. It matters. Hollywood and Violence. I'm going to put an asterisk next to their win. Cheaters. Oh, looks like a potential feud starting here. See, they give me some pre-match stuff, or some post-match stuff, excuse me, for like the end of a match that could be a potential rivalry. But we already have 4 active ones, so why aren't you just giving me stuff? Like, I already had a rivalry match between Darkseid and Batman. Why didn't you give me a little something after that? Is it because I changed the match to be a different match than the default one that they picked for the rivalry? I'll see if I can maybe work around what they add to the match on their own. Oh, got a potential rivalry here. We'll see. I'll I'm trying to figure it out as I go. Again, this is my first real experience with a universe mode in a few, geez, I would say maybe decades worth of iterations of it. Yeah, probably 2K, or sorry, probably WWE 13 or whatever was the last time I did a rivalry mode, because I sort of like took a break from the franchise for a long time after that. Alrighty, Gandalf one-on-one with Black Adam with his fellow Legion of Doom member Joker in Black Adam's corner. I'll give you 3 guesses who Black Adam wrestles like if they didn't wrestle like them already. 3 guesses. Gandalf. That's a great question. Joker, also a good question. I don't know who I picked. This will be fun. This will be part of the game for me, is figuring out who wrestles like whom now. I mean, Black Adam's going to be pretty obvious. Gandalf and the Joker. I mean, we're not going to see much from the Joker in this match. And Gandalf, who knows? First action in a GWA ring for Gandalf the Grey. Going up against Black Adam. Something of a magic users division. I did not realize that Gandalf was that tall. Yeah, dwarfing Black Adam is Gandalf. That makes some adjustments there. I didn't realize Gandalf was 7'2". Up and over into the DDT. Nicely done by Gandalf. Nice counter offense there. Black Adam trying to get some distance. Power slam there by Black Adam, now going back to work on the tender brain meats of Gandalf the Grey. Kicked him right in the back of the belt. Quick pin attempt. Only 2 for Black Adam. I do not know. I guess Joker is in the corner closest to the camera, and that's why we can't see him because we're zoomed in on the action. Obviously, Black Adam just wrestles like The Rock. There we go. If that word already painfully obvious. Boom! He kicks his leg out on that slam even. Nice counter there by Gandalf, trying to get his head and body back into this thing. Interesting that they seem to want to texture him as Gandalf rather than just coloring the robes gray. I don't know if there's anything specific. Perhaps it's pulled from a game or something. I like his boots. Good brown boots. Another counter there. Nicely done by Gandalf. Picking at spots where he can. Trying to pull the arm out of the socket of one Black Adam. We do a power dampening effect throughout our arena. So you're reliant on your natural fighting abilities, of which Gandalf has a surprising amount as he ascends to the top. For a big old double axe handle to the dome of Black Adam. Sweeps the legs out, crossing him over, looking for a stomp. Oh, okay, I don't think I adjusted Gandalf's. Into the curb stomp goes Gandalf the Grey. Yeah, that feels like a default. So Gandalf we didn't do. 2 count on Black Adam. I'll make a list. Leg leer by Gandalf. Now targeting Joker outside the ring, finally getting involved. Looks like targeting indicator is the only thing that's on the screen still somehow. 2 and Black Adam rolling the shoulder. Yoinkskis. Oh, big clothesline there from Black Adam. Right back into the fight with that simple maneuver into the spine buster. Black Adam looking for the pin here. 1, 2. Gandalf out at 2. Black Adam can't believe it. Waiting for Gandalf to stand. What does he have in mind here? Rock bottom! Into the cover goes Black Adam. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. Your winner, Black Adam of the Legion of Doom. Let's take a look at some blurry highlights of the replay here. Their replay system is trash. Rarg. Definitely a big spine buster. Not the finish to the matchup. Are we going to show you the finish? There it is. That was the rock bottom that did it. You don't get to see the pinfall though. The superstar. That's me. Very high rivalry match, apparently. I wouldn't necessarily deem it as such. Black Adam smooshed him. That was kind of the intention. Alright, now we have trios activity in our women's division. Unbridled Strength, Tifa Lockhart and the Bride, continuing their issues with Beyonce and Queen Elizabeth II of Lady Boss. Lady Boss joined by their stablemate Hella. Unbridled Strength joined by tonight's teammate Medea for 6-woman action. Let's get on down to the ring for this one. Standard rules once again applying here. Got to tag in and out. 10 count outside the ring. Disqualifications inside the ring. Can only win by pinfall, or you can win by those. Also pinfalls and submissions. All of these ladies, as far as I know, yes, all of these women were given new move sets. I don't exactly know who's to who. The only one I can think of off the top, not off the top of my head, but just in looking at them, is I'm pretty sure Beyonce now wrestles like Mandy Rose. Tifa wrestles like one of the fellas. I think like Raul Mendoza or something like that. Medea. I can't remember exactly whom, but it's definitely like a powerhouse. See, I still kind of tried to stick with archetype, but just gave them like real wrestler moveset, just to, you know, make their matches look more cohesive and stuff like that. Because generally speaking, the wrestling movesets for the in-game talent is, you know, it builds toward the finish and stuff like that. Like it makes sense where things are laid out and so on and so forth. Anyhow, did I leave entrances on? No, I did not. Lovely. Ding, 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 and away we go. Tifa starting things off against Beyonce here. Representing the Lady Boss corner of Beyonce, Queen Bee, Beyonce, Queen Elizabeth II, and Hella, Queen of the Damned, I guess. Against the Bride, Tifa Lockhart, and Medea. Up and over, Code Red by Tifa Lockhart, nicely done. Now heading to the outside to the top rope. Hella quick on her tail. What's Tifa have in mind here? Oh, big diving splash, 3/4 of the way across the ring, nicely laid in there. Follow up is a tag out to Beyonce. First action from Medea in this matchup. Nice neck breaker to introduce herself to Beyonce here. Blocks a clothesline attempt, and then right back into the fight goes Medea, having now backed Beyonce into her corner. Nicely done. Into the STF here from Medea. Trying to end things early. Hella having to make the save. Up and over goes Hella for her troubles, thanks to Tifa Lockhart. Right back into it goes Medea. Trying to keep her head on a swivel. The Bride still on the apron, able to help Medea out if needed. Medea taking some time to acknowledge the fans here. Maybe too much time. Beyonce, a lot of time to recover here, slowly dragging herself back to her feet. Oh, nobody on the apron to tag, however, for Beyonce, even if she wanted to. Oh, she sent spiraling across the ring by the face. Practically 2 handfuls of hair, but good gravy. What a maneuver there by Medea. Now backing Beyonce into her corner. In comes the bride. Meanwhile, outside the ring, a Donnybrook. It's finally Tifa Lockhart returning to the apron. Hey, what's going on, Rasco? Yeah, Liz there. Liz is finally back on the apron. I think there, Hella's finally made her way back to the apron. There we go. Things have finally settled back down into a trios match, and here comes Queenie. And they're against the bride. Oh, I thought she was going for a exploder suplex. But just really leaning in to the bride there was Queen Elizabeth II, who sends her to the outside. What is she doing here? Oh, just driving her to the canvas. Oh my God, these haymakers from Queen Elizabeth II. Wrestles in gloves because she didn't want to dirty her hands on the skin of the commoners. Ow! In-point precision on that elbow drop as well. Big boot across the jaw. Queen Elizabeth II has had enough. In comes Hella. Tifa Lockhart in for her squad. As we've been mentioning throughout the broadcast, all of our talent revitalized this week coming out of the pay-per-view. A new lease on life for all of our talents as I spent a good 2 hours. Ow! Giving everybody a different moveset rather than the 5 or 6 default movesets that everyone was saddled with. Now everyone has an individual moveset, easily copied from an existing WWE wrestler in-game. Hello there, Jack Napier. Nice to see you. Hope you're having a good afternoon. No, GWA is not a multiplayer experience. It is me running universe mode as I comment on it. Hang on. Pump handle slam, perhaps. Oh, into a meltdown by Hella. Nicely done. What power on display. Oh, and then a stiff knee to Tifa Lockhart. Back around goes Tifa. Hella able to counter now. And that a nice rising knee strike from Hella. Back into the Lady Boss corner. Tifa in all sorts of trouble here. Up. Hang on. Hooks both legs. Down. Onto the back of her head. Goes Lockhart. Hella trying to pull her away from the ropes to ensure she can't break the pin on her own. Hooks the leg deep into the cover. Medea looking for the save. Gets there in time. Match continues. Kick at the side. A bit of a animosity brewing between Hella and Medea in this one. The two powerhouses of their respective teams in this fracas this evening. What is going on here? What was that? What is this? Wait, what was that stream of liquid out of the armpit of Tifa Lockhart? What was that? Just forcing the sweat from her body. Strange dehydration tactics there by Hella. Oh! Hella waited for that tag into Medea just to drop her with a shot and then exit the ring. Mind games being played between Hella and Medea here, but in comes Queen Elizabeth II. Never one to back down from her fight is Queenie. What a headbutt! Power! That is a backbreaker waved off by the ref here. Medea able to fight free. Good gracious, Canadian backbreaker there by Queen Elizabeth II. Paying homage to a bit of the Commonwealth. That's a historical, more of an old school Canadian wrestling move. Well, hang on, what does Medea have in mind? Doesn't matter as Queenie rolls through into the sunset flip. Just a 1 count, however. And a quick tag out to Beyonce. Meanwhile, on the other side of the equation, in comes the bride. should have remembered to put a time limit on these trios matches. We can take a legit crazy amount of time. Like half an hour. Oh! Leaping Superman punch. No one quite does it like our multiversal champion. We're taking the week off this week. We're going to see them next week in action against a Predator. So, non-title bout between Superman and a Predator on next week's Trebuchet, coming up on the second half of our broadcast here. Right into the cover. Has Beyonce down. Oh, does not have Beyonce out as she's able to escape. I wish they would do picture-in-picture of the fighting on the floor. Ooh, Beyonce, show it off. Her physical prowess here. As back in comes Hella. Oh! Back fist by the Bride. Able to tag in Medea. Medea and Hella, as we said, the two powerhouses of this matchup. Nice swinging neckbreaker. All right. Roll backwards somersault. I don't know if you get much power on that. It's like a standing moonsault. Oh, I believe that was the woman's right. So she must wrestle like Lacey Evans. Okay. Either way, the Bride was in for the save, and the match continues. I assigned everybody wrestler movesets, but I don't forget, or I don't remember who it was because it was the middle of the night last night. Queen Elizabeth II in there to the aid of her stablemate in Lady Boss. Oh, no, no, no! God! Powerbombed over the rope to the floor by Medea. Doesn't realize Beyonce's been tagged in. Now she knows. Good Lord, somebody go check on the Queen. Beyonce going up. Thought the Bride was rushing to stop her. Oh, might still have the chance as she's waiting for Medea to stand. Bride shoves her off the top. Medea's up a daze. Somehow, someway, Queen Elizabeth II is back on the apron. Referee having to restrain the Queen from getting in the ring here. Desperate to get in the action. Hang on. Medea somehow standing on the bottom rope. I do have a men's roster. Yes, this is, we're doing our weekly TV show. We've done 2 matches in the men's and tag team division, and now we're doing a women's match. I do believe we are following this up with some more men's activities, so yeah, stay tuned. We have men and women showcased here in the GWA. The Gnarly Wrestling Aisle, the only wrestling promotion with 3 silent letters for its acronym. Fantasy Fed I've been running for a few years now. Started out in Fire Pro Wrestling World, and now we're checking out what WWE 2K22 has to offer. This is my first experience with Universe Mode in a number of years. I do appreciate that it let me make all these custom graphics. I did not make any of the custom wrestlers. They were provided generously by the online communities. Only a 10 count, but the count-out rules are kind of goofy in this one. As the Queen is howling at the moon? I do not know what was going on there. Oh, you do have your character on Community Creations? That's fun. Medea out, helping her partner, Tifa. Kind of a one-handed, oh, gorilla press there. And so you're up to 4 here. We only have a 10 count. Apparently, joining the fight outside the ring doesn't interrupt the count. Do a leg drop there by the Queen on Tifa, keeping her down and out. To thwart the efforts of Medea as well, but somehow we've reset the count. Oh, I guess Medea and the Queen were legal. Tifa was the problem. Oh, another big leg drop. Respectfully not looking at the Queen's bloomers. Up to 5. There's only a 10 count on the floor. 20 count was only active in the Gold Rush tournament, and that's over. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, another vicious powerbomb, but Queen able to fight out of this one. Earlier in this very match, Medea powerbomb Queenie over the ropes to the floor as we are up to 8. They're not letting up anytime soon. Our Medea and Queen Elizabeth II as we reach 9. 10, a double count out. The first in GWA history across our 4 generations. Mostly because the first 3 generations didn't have countouts, but still. A draw. Double count out. DCO on my match listing sheet. But things roll on. As mentioned, we're getting back to men's division action. Nicolas Cage inches away from contending for the Multiversal Championship at our last pay-per-view. Ignition Point now seeks to get himself into proper title contention once again against Mahatma Gandhi. That's a singles matchup between Mahatma Gandhi and Nicolas Cage headed your way. All right, here we are, headed down to the ring for singles activity. Hammerlock body slam by Cage, opening things up. Your co-wrestler's name is the Assassin, Pierce Birch. Nice. Maybe a long in-game career as the Assassin. In your home group. That's nice that. Man, I don't know when, but at some point, the video games became way more engaging than the actual in-ring. At least in my estimation, became way more engaging than the actual television product because the creation suites that you can just make. Like, there's so many things you can make in these games now. There's so much stuff in them that they should be like 3-4 games worth of stuff. Oh, God! Face first! Nicely done by Cage, who I think is now modeled after The Miz, if I'm not mistaken, because that just made sense to me. I believe he wrestles like The Miz now. And Mahatma Gandhi, I want to say I picked somebody that would be funny, because obviously Mahatma Gandhi's a pacifist, so I think I picked somebody like really violent, but I can't remember exactly who it is. We'll see if Gandhi gets on offense here and we can figure it out together. But I'm pretty sure Nicolas Cage has The Miz's moveset now. What a vicious clothesline by Cage. Oh, we're not actually taking any roster members. We are full up of celebrities and other weirdos. Appreciate your application, however. No openings at this time. Here, sticking with the game plan. One of those strikes, just trying to wear down his opponent, Cage, who, like we said, came within an eyelash of contending for the Multiversal Championship at Ignition Point. Actually won his last Gold Rush tournament matchup, but the math worked out, the tiebreaker math worked out that he was eliminated from contention by winning his final match. Certainly sticking in the craw of the leader of the Hollywood and Violence faction with that spike DDT, trying to end the night for Gandhi. Ref sees the bottom rope break that time. Some controversy in our tag match earlier as Bill Nye was clearly grabbing the bottom rope while he was pinned, quote unquote, to end that tag match. Skull-crushing finale into the pin. 1, 2, 3. No nonsense from Nicolas Cage tonight, wiping out Mahatma Gandhi. In this, your semi-main event, there it is, the skull-crushing finale by Cage. Ending the night early for Gandhi here.
Here is your winner, Nicolas Cage.
And there they are in all their glory. Nicolas Cage-y, as they're said. Nicolas Cage, your winner. Coming up next, we have our... Oh, another potential rivalry. Oh, although it was only a 2-star match. Coming up, we have our main event for the Multimedia Championship. That's the belt that's going to be defended fairly regularly on television. New champion Shang-Chi, no rest for the weary, as he just won the Multimedia Melee Chamber match to be crowned the champion. Hey, Rocco, what's going on, buddy? Nice to see you. Hope you're having a good one. Just in time for the first main event of the day, as Shang-Chi is putting his multimedia championship on the line in a triple threat Extreme Rules match against the Trash Man and Jason Voorhees. We're going to leave entrances on as we do for title matches. And let's get ready for our first of two Trebuchet main events of the afternoon. Good to hear, Rocco. Good to hear. Yeah, we're on the air a little early because A, I had the energy for it, and B, we've gotten storm warnings the past couple days, so I'm trying to get my stuff in. Storm warnings for the middle of the afternoon. The real weirdo is Nick Cage and fake movie stars in wrestling real and AEW Fight Forever better and W and 2K23 better too. Yeah, we play AEW Fight Forever on Wednesdays. It's also fun. Alrighty. Alright. I believe it's going to do our contenders first. And what a contender. Wrestling out of Crystal Lake.
The following contest is a triple threat Extreme Rules match and is for the Super Hardcore Internet Television Championship. Introducing the challenger, representing the Legends from Hackensack, New Jersey, weighing in at 305 pounds, Jason Lawrence.
Jason Lawrence, worst ring announcer in the game. Gotta get him new reading glasses. There's the Trash Man.
And introducing the challenger, representing the Geeks from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing in at 250 pounds, Trash Man.
Amazing that the Trash Man was a voice clip was ready to go in the game. All right, here comes the champion. Fought hard for this title. See if he can hold on to it.
And introducing the champion, representing the team from the West Side, weighing in at 223 pounds. He is the Super Hardcore Internet Television Champion, Sean Sheik.
Yeah, Shang-Chi, your GWA Multimedia Champion. Making their way to the ring in defense of the belts. Feeling pretty good about it. Okay, let's get to this title match. First of two Trebuchet main events for the afternoon. There it is, the beautiful Multimedia Championship on the line here. Voorhees looks ready. Trash Man looks ready. Shang-Chi looks ready. Let's get this fight underway. Extreme Rules triple threat. Not that there are normally countouts for DQs in a triple threat, but now weapon usage is absolutely encouraged in this one. Pretty sure Jason Voorhees wrestles like Kane, if I'm not mistaken. Oh! Big power on display from Voorhees here. Trash Man and Shang-Chi might need to work together. Perhaps eliminate to eliminate Voorhees. Oh, thanks, Rocco. Yeah, I tried to keep the same, like I literally kept the same colors as you can see in the GWA logo there, the purple, pink, gray, and blue throughout throughout the arenas that I created and the titles as well. Like I made sure to match up the colors so they're all official GWA colors and whatnot. And every belt is has a different strap color as well, up to 5. I thought that would be fun. Like black, white, pink, purple, and blue. I think these are the belt colors. This one's also fun because it has like real internet company logos on it, which I thought was neat. I mean, I thought it was neat that I had space for it and such. There we go, like we talked about, Trashman and Shang-Chi trying to isolate Voorhees and eliminate him from the matchup so they can concentrate on one another. They do not want to get into a power game with the likes of the Crystal Lake Killer. Jason Voorhees up and over into the Gutbuster by the Trashman. Nicely done. Laying in those shots to Shang-Chi. Voorhees has an issue with the crowd here. At least appealing for support. That's an unusual tactic from the big man. And he doesn't care one whit. That's what the crowd thinks is that of his activities. Don't know who got the worst of that. Shang-Chi perhaps going for a moonsault dropkick. I think Trashman attempted a counter. Oh! Sit out powerbomb. Now Trashman's going to need some time on the floor. Shang-Chi turning his attention to Voorhees. Proud and capable multiversal champion is Shang-Chi. Can he defend the belt tonight in the main event of Trebuchet? Only time will tell as Voorhees is getting ready to put a hurt on our champion. Scoops him up. Oh no, big counter by Shang-Chi. Oh! Dodging that sidekick, however, is Voorhees. Trashman first, competitor introduce a weapon of the matchup, but knocked out of his hand at the last second by Shang-Chi, who's got Jason up. Small package driver hooks him for the pin. 1, 2. No, Trashman breaks it up just in the nick of time. Shang-Chi trying to steal a defense of the championship there. Drop kick to the chest of Voorhees and Trashman out of nowhere. Shang-Chi out of the ring, out of the matchup, and no longer the champion. All hail the Trashman. Easy come, easy go for Shang-Chi, the Trashman. Your new champion.
Here is your winner and new Super Hardcore Internet Television Champion, Trashman.
Held the belt less than a week. Did Shang-Chi, after all he did to earn it. Trashman comes in and steals it in a triple threat. Pinning Jason Voorhees, no less. Shang-Chi not pinned to lose his title. I would like to exit. Prepare for the next show. Thank you. What a fun little music we got in the background. Okay, we're gonna head to SmackDown. Let me back out of this so I can instead send the calendar to our second week at Trebuchet. Okay, bear with me as I collapse a few things and get ourselves set up so that I can book the second week of the show. I do have some notes. I was making some notes as that first Trebuchet went along. Let's see if I can go ahead and implement those. I'm gonna go check out what they auto-booked, or hang on, this is the one I want. I'm gonna go check out what they auto-booked and see if there's any changes I need to make. Okay, what do you got for me? No, I think we're good. I think I'm good to edit all these. Let's check this out. Okay. Completely customize that match. You know, the only thing I changed live, or one of the things I changed live, was to add that rematch between PBS and the Hollywood and Violence based on how Hollywood and Violence won that last tag match. We're gonna make sure that finds its way to the card. Okay. Yeah, Blood and Guts should be insane. They it is funny, like the wrestle storyline stuff, because like they like almost broke Kenny Omega's neck, quote unquote, and he had to wait for his friends had to wait for that video package to air before he could they could try to save him, which I thought was kind of funny. But yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be real fun. I don't know if that means we're gonna have him sticking around for a while. I'm gonna go with tire number 2 just because it's just based on a tire 1. It's too close to Lara Croft at this point. Oh, you didn't even see that. Just letting you know that I'm having to change some of the tires to make sure that people look as different as possible. Oh gosh. Okay, and then... Not to say they didn't do a good job with the announcement and stuff. And the people making fun of like, ah, you got lost at the airport. I don't know if that's going to be an all-in thing. I think they're going to save that for maybe a big Dynamite. That feels like a TV match to me. Jungle Boy Hook. I feel like that's a big... they'll do like a GW, or excuse me, an FTW title match about it. I feel like that's a big TV match for them. Perhaps, like, if they wanted to do it as early as that Saturday Battle of the Belts thing, like if he tries to force Jungle Boy to show up. You know what I mean? If Hook agrees to put the title on the line, just to try to get him to show up to Battle of the Belts, perhaps. We'll see. Oh, this is so fun. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, you have to... Okay, I was like, why can't I? You have to do this part first. Okay. There we go. Alright, that's pretty neat. Get that going. Guys. Who shows up first? There we go. Rematch booked. Oh yeah, okay. Trios match booked. Card's halfway there. You think Stark will lose to Punk? I think the opposite. I think Stark's one of the guys that Phil enjoys and wants to go to bat for, or at least show that he's going to bat for. So I think he's going to let him beat him in the final of the tournament, and I think it's meant to elevate Ricky Starks. That's my prediction. I think Starks winning it means a heck of a lot more than Punk doing it. So I think that's what they're going to go with. Okay, oh, this one I'm also making a few changes to. I had originally booked a singles match to spin out of that 6-woman tag we just held. And based on the way that it ended, we're going to go ahead and book this match instead. 1 second. Yeah, that's going to be the move. Okay. There we go. Now we get a big non-title match as we discussed, as I am now about to get that semi-main event underway here. Non-title match as a Predator is going to be in the ring against our champion Superman. Confirm. There you go. And in our main event, women's tag team titles on the line. Yeah, that's all. Like, it's. I don't think people want. I don't think Phil winning it does anything for anybody. I think Ricky winning it, and I don't know where you go from there though. Like Ricky winning it and transitioning into a feud with someone higher up the card. It's hard for me to think of like who's in that heel position between like TNT champion and world champion, because that's kind of where Ricky Starks should be slotted in right now, because he's already had the TNT belt a couple times. Logic dictates you should start trying to build him up for like a world title shot, if not run, and so somewhere in there he's got to slot in. So we'll see. I'm most interested to see, assuming Starks wins, I'm most interested to see who they start feuding him with after, because that'll tell us a lot about where they view him and how they want to use him and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Okay, so bad guys was these two, right? Yeah, that's their regular team. Okay. Against our champions. There we go. Title on the line. Which championship? Well, I mean the one they're holding would be nice. There we go. Alright, I think I'm ready to start the show. Just like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure on last week's Rampage, Hobbs turned on QTV. Whoa, wrong thing. There we go. Show starting. Back that up. Get myself all projectated so I can see what's up. Another exciting week of Trebuchet emanating this week from an undisclosed location, soon to be disclosed once we key it. Where do we think? Inside the United States? Outside the United States? It's been a while since we've... Where are we going? Aberdeen, Scotland once again. I feel like we debuted in Aberdeen, Scotland with our first show. Such a hit, we've come back. Alright, starting things off with a fatal four-way matchup. Activity in our women's division. Ariana Grande, Laura Croft, Catwoman, and Madonna. In a four-way match, first competitor to score the pinfall or submission will get the victory. I do believe I've created a skin for what would be our Money in the Bank, but I don't necessarily have that in mind during our our year in the universe. We'll see. I might think of something to do with it. But at present, I don't really have any ideas or a pressing need to introduce it. We already have 5 title belts that we're going to be juggling throughout the entirety of this. Constantly looking for new challengers and competitors and so on and so forth. Stiff competition here in the GWA. We start things off with a fatal 4-way in the women's division. Laura Croft taking the fight to Catwoman on the mat. Meanwhile, Madonna slugging it out with Ariana Grande on the other side of the ring. First pinfall or submission wins this one. Get it any way you can. Nice neck snap by Grande there. Oh, what a knee strike to Catwoman from Laura Croft. No stranger to combat. Who's GWA's resident Tomb Raider. Grande, that does not eliminate her from the fight. I mean, the deciding pinfall or submission must occur in the ring. However, there are no countouts, no DQs. A fatal 4-way matchup. You might want to keep their eye on Laura Croft and Catwoman in the ring, however. Grande and Madonna very much focused on the other. Could cost them the matchup if they're not careful. And keep an eye on that inside and outside the ring. Nice elevation on the spine buster by Croft. Looking for a cover here. 1. Only a 1 count. Laura Croft adjusting her hair before she continues to fight. Nice bulldog on the floor by Madonna to Ariana Grande. A love lost between those two ladies on the floor. Nice combination by Croft, ending with that vicious lariat. Oh, speaking of vicious, what a knee strike by Grande. The bony, exposed knee of Grande into the side of the jaw of Madonna. Catwoman trying to fight back into this thing. Sending Croft into and out of the corner. Nice drop kick to the back of the head. Wailing away on Tomb Raider Laura Croft is Catwoman inside the ring. Madonna and Grande trying to fight their way back into the ring as well. Oh, hang on. Pump handle into a bomb. Nicely done. Folds her up, folds her over, hooks the leg in the cover. Catwoman looking to steal this thing. Laura Croft kicks out at 2. Leg lariat by Catwoman. Hooking the leg deep on the cover once again. Thinks she's got her, and she's incorrect for the time being as Laura Croft once again getting out. And Madonna, knowing that the pin was broken up, right back to fighting Ariana Grande. Catwoman off the top. Knees up with a big splash from Croft. Snap suplex outside the ring, knee strike in the ring. This fatal 4-way match operating as 2 singles matches thus far. Finally, Grande and Madonna return to the ring. Ariana Grande looking for a submission victory perhaps. Trying to hyperextend the knee of Madonna. Into the cover goes Grande. 2. Madonna out. Rope break on the other side of things. Catwoman too close to the ropes. Into the label lock for Grande. Wrenching back. Madonna taps center of the ring. Catwoman tried to break it up, decided to bounce off the ropes first. And that momentary hesitation to build that momentum. Too little too late from Catwoman. As Madonna taps and Ariana Grande gets your submission win. To open up our second and final episode of Trebuchet of the Week.
Here is your winner, Amanda Grant.
Amanda Grant, sure. Worst ring announcer in the game. Sometimes they get him spot on, sometimes they get him oh so wrong. Ariana Grande picking up a huge win. Hostilities between Batman and Darkseid continue this week in a mixed tag team match. Wonder Woman coming to the aid of Batman, and Darkseid enlisting the aid of our GWA Women's Champion Mystique for this mixed tag match headed your way. Never presented one of these before. I'm very excited. As I understand it, when the male competitors are the legal fighters, they must fight one another. And then similarly, if one side tags out to the female competitor or vice versa, to the male, the other side must also switch. I don't know if it's an automatic immediate switch or like you're just compelled to make a tag. Like what if somebody makes a desperation tag while the other guy's just in the ring? Do you just like, okay, I have to leave now? Is that how it works? I don't know why it's just not an intergender match and you can just fight each other, but whatever. Darkseid and Batman starting things off here for the fellas side of things. Batman going non-cape attire this time, perhaps thinking the cape slowed him down and held him back in his tables match against Darkseid. Dear Lord, what a power slam to start things off. And Darkseid now, quick tag out to Mystique. Yep, auto switch on the other side as you saw Batman compelled to roll out of the ring. Wonder Woman up and over the ropes to become legal inside of it. Wonder Woman and Mystique here. Well, this is fun. I might do a lot of mixed tags if they can just... If that's as fast as they can switch partners and stuff. That's interesting. From a video game perspective, for sure. Yeah, Rocco, the ladies can win all of the belts on Fight Forever. You can win whatever you want. You can fight whomever you want. You can't, as a male competitor, win the women's titles, like the women's championship or the TBS belt, but as a female competitor, you can win all of the belts. So, at present, which I don't think is actually fair. I think you should just be able to win the belts as anybody if that's how they're going to do it. I hope they patch that out in the future. But yeah, you can absolutely do intergender on AEW Fight Forever. They don't work out that way by default. Hang on, we're up to 7 here. Again, 10 count in effect. Standard rules apply here. There we are, back in the ring at 7. Wonder Woman just wearing out our world champion. Oh, what a powerbomb! Deadlift into the sit-out powerbomb from Wonder Woman. Another competitor sporting a brand new moveset, as about 90 of the 99 fighters are. There's only a handful that I did not tweak their moves on. I don't remember who Wonder Woman is, though. As it happens. Oh. Okay, their partners got in to break up the pin, but I don't think they can actually break up the pin because they're not allowed to do any violence toward the women. Like of any sort. So I don't know what entering the ring even does. Or can you double team? I'm assuming not. Like, because otherwise she would have probably tagged Darkseid and double team move. Hang on. Sunset flip out of the corner, elects not to go for the pin, instead tags in Darkseid, which brings in the brand new and fresh Batman. Yeah, they didn't even adjust the AI to these mixed tag matches. They're just pretending it's a regular tag match. Anyway, Rocco, the only exception that I can see on the intergender stuff is if you book like a casino battle royal as like a male competitor, I don't think they randomly put in female competitors and vice versa. Like, I don't think if you do it as a female competitor, they randomly put in women. I'm not sure, though. I haven't played with that mode too much to see yet. But from what I can tell, I No, I don't know, actually. They might just pick anybody. Because there's just a bunch of people. Oh! Batman, I believe, was busted open underneath the mask to some degree by Darkseid in this one. He's now hoping to capitalize and get the pin here. 1, 2... Oh, they can break up pins. Okay, because Wonder Woman just dove for that. Okay. Good to know. So that they can do. Darkseid wrestles like Andre the Giant, I'm pretty sure. Except I don't know that Andre the Giant ever moved that quickly. Batman wrestles like AJ Styles now, I'm pretty sure. I might have done Wonder Woman Charlotte Flair, I'm not sure. Mystique, I couldn't tell you either. Somebody good, they're a champion, so it had to be somebody good. Trish Stratus, maybe? For Mystique? That sounds right. It was very late. I can't remember them all. I just wanted more diversity amongst movesets. So now they have... Everyone has somebody's unique offense. And moveset. Oh! Batman trying to get something going here. Couple of counters. Finally gets Darkseid off his feet. Able to tag out. That's going to force Darkseid to leave the ring. Mystique now legal. Oh! Blocking the big kick from Wonder Woman. Darkseid punched the foot of Wonder Woman whilst she was on the apron, immediately disqualifying Darkseid and Mystique. Batman and Wonder Woman, your winners. What a disappointing ending to that one. Alrighty. Immediately disqualified. Batman and Wonder Woman win by DQ for a punch to the foot. Rocco, Darkseid punched Wonder Woman in the foot while she was on the apron, and the ref immediately disqualified him because in a mixed gender tag match, the fellas can't hurt the ladies. So, in that context, in a match like that, immediate disqualification. Match over. Wonder Woman and Batman win. I know Darkseid can't be happy about that. So we'll see what happens next week on Trebuchet. Having a nice TV feud between Darkseid and Batman, or at least I'm trying to. All right, third match on the card. Due to the fact that PBS were robbed of the victory last week, Bill Nye had his hand gripping the bottom rope during a 3 count, which he was pinned by, I believe, Tyler Durden. I mean, I got a 50-50 shot of getting it right. So that has necessitated this rematch, the feud continuing, or at least we're trying to bubble up this feud. As PBS, the Public Beatdown Squad, Mr. Rogers and Bill Nye are going to be taking on Tyler Durden and Bolo Young of Hollywood and Violence in a tables match. So rope breaks no longer a factor in this one. There will be a clear and definitive winner. Let's get ourselves down to the ring for some tag team activity. Yeah, I can't remember who I set these people as, but everyone's got their own movesets going on now. I know for a fact that Fred Rogers, and I'm going to keep saying this just to remind myself as well as like reinform the audience as we go forward. I know Fred Rogers is Jerry the King of Lawler. Bill Nye wrestles like Jake the Snake now. So they're like an old school classic tag team. And I can't remember who Tyler Durden and Bolo Young are. Part of the fun will be trying to determine that based on what moves they use. Some of them have the taunts of the WWE wrestler that they took the moves from. Some of them don't. I also don't understand why the bell gets rung twice for a tables match. Like instead of a ding ding ding, it was ding 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 because they double played the bell sound. No matter. We are underway in tag team tables turmoil. Nye and Rogers looking to avenge that crooked loss to Bolo Young and Tyler Durden just last week on Trebuchet. This week, as we decided, we've taken the referee and rope breaks out of it. It will be clear to see when a competitor goes through a table. The only way to win this matchup. Bolo Young after that Bulldog's gonna need some time outside the ring. Nye and Rogers, I was gonna say had Tyler Durden isolated, but Durden, nicely done! Getting rid of Rogers. Tyler Durden and Bill Nye center of the ring now. Renewing their hostilities. As we said, it was Bill Nye who had his hand on the bottom rope during that pin attempt by Tyler Durden in their last tag team contest. That controversial finish. The ref not seeing it. What an elbow drop by Bill Nye. Meanwhile, Bolo Young and Fred Rogers engaging in hostilities outside the ring. All in service of putting your opponent through a table eventually. That's the only way to end this one. Nice counter there by Durden inside the ring. Nye able to counter right back. Same with Durden. Now setting Tyler Durden up in the corner is Bill Nye. Does he have in mind here? Oh, what a shot across the bow. And now beeling him across the ring is Bill Nye, meanwhile outside the ring. Fred Rogers just punching away at Bolo Young near the commentation station. Tyler Durden busted wide open by Bill Nye in the meanwhile. Is there a Brett Reynolds? Who's Brett Reynolds in this feature, in this universe? Rocco, I don't know who Brett Reynolds is. Bill Nye not satisfied with one table in the ring. I'm trying to work with two here. Only needs to put Durden through one. Despite it being a tag team match, only one member of a team must go through a table. Oh, nice! Drop kick to the back there by Durden. Misses that sidekick follow-up. Hang on! Back suplex through the table by Bill Nye to Tyler Durden. Public beatdown squad with the win. Let's look at some of the activity earlier in this one. Nice ripcord clothesline, and there the back suplex, the back of the head of Durden through the table.
Are your winners, the Public Enemy.
Public beatdown squad with a measure of revenge in this tables match. All's well in the world of Bill Nye and Fred Rogers. All right, let's get to our next matchup. It's fun music in the background here. Oh, Burt Reynolds. Oh, got it, got it. No, I do not have a Burt Reynolds. Burt Reynolds. No, I do not. I see, I see. All right, entrance is off, but we're going to the ring for some more trios activity. I try to do a trios match every week. As the gang of Charlie Kelly. I got a Dennis Reynolds. Does that help you? Charlie Kelly, Dennis Reynolds, and Mac from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. The gang taking on the Kings of Bel Air, the Fresh Prince, Joffrey, and Uncle Phil. I can't remember who the gang are. I think the gang might wrestle as Mustache Mountain and then a third. I don't know who the third might be. And I'm almost positive that I made the Kings of Bel Air the New Day in terms of moveset. And looking at all three of them, who would you guess whom I made whom? Like, I try to pick what fits. So I'm pretty sure Uncle Phil's Big E. And then of the other two, I'm going to go Fresh Prince's Kofi. And then Joffrey's probably Xavier Woods. If I had to guess. Short arm DDT there by Fresh Prince. A renewed focus on most of the GWA roster. A lot of training. It's gone into the preparation of these latest 2 weeks of Trebuchet. Oh gosh! Pretty much everybody's a brand new moveset to contend with here. Nice into the leg sweep by Charlie Kelly. Oh no, I do believe Uncle Phil's is Big E. I made him a power guy. I might switch that up for a lark now that you mention it. Like I might make him Kofi Kingston. and then make like Joffrey, Big E. I might mix those up because it would be funny. I do want to play to their strengths though, because like he's designed as a power wrestler. Like I didn't change their stats; it just changes their moveset as far as I know. Charlie not very happy with him, certainly. Now turning his attention back to Joffrey. Setting up in the corner of the gang here. Unable to tag out, however. Mac doing all his training indoors for this one, as you can tell by his rather pale complexion. Charlie Kelly hammering away on the back of Joffrey. Gang got to be feeling on top of the world after stablemate Trashman walked away with the Multimedia Championship just last week in a three-way match with Shang-Chi and a person I already forgot. Oh, Jason Voorhees. Joffrey trying to get a bit of time here. There he goes. Charlie tagged out to Dennis Reynolds. Dennis sent out to the floor. That allows Joffrey to get a tag into the powerhouse of the Kings of Bel Air faction. In comes Uncle Phil, following Dennis to the floor. That'll reset the count. But that also allows Uncle Phil to wail away. Phil returning Dennis to the ring here. Dennis Reynolds going to the midsection. Now trying to work the shoulder blades and back as well. Trying to soften the torso of Uncle Phil. Oh, big clothesline by Phil right back into it. Now just hammering on Dennis Reynolds, trying to bust him open. Phil had enough. In comes the Fresh Prince. Gonna block that initial assault. Nice counter there by Will. Where there's a will, there's a way, and off the ropes he goes into the Bulldog. Springboard Bulldog. Nicely done from the Fresh Prince. Bouncing off the ropes again. Oh, big knee he missed with. I would have thought boom drop, but perhaps not. Maybe it's not even the game anymore. Reynolds sending Fresh Prince to the opposite corner. Corner to the gang, right where he wants some. This is going to be that Dragon Sleeper. This is not going to get you the submission, but that can't feel nice. I'm trying, not necessarily an arm bar, but just wrenching at the arm of the Fresh Prince there. And now a tag into Mac for his first action of the matchup. Certainly greased his hair up for this one. Looking slick. Oh, big, powerful. Oh, God! Slams him over the ropes to the floor, does Mac. Gonna show he's a big, beefy boy here. Up and over goes Fresh Prince. Ends it with a DDT. Nicely done. I can't believe he recovered so quickly after being power slammed over the ropes to the floor. Fighting back with that neck breaker. Oh, busting Mac wide open on that knee strike. I can see it from here. Face covered in blood. So we're up to 7 now. And this count to 10, Mac returning to the ring. Oh, just freshening up the count was Mac. Oh! Takes a hurricane run into the steps. Another knee to the side of the jaw. That's going to open up that cut even worse. Big slam by Mac outside the ring. Scoops him back up for another, perhaps. Off the steps. Keep counting, ref. Why did you stop? Okay. I mean, that'll reset the count. Mac going back out there. This could be another double count out if they're just stuck in this corner fighting each other. This all started when Max slammed Fresh Prince outside the ring. Don't forget that. All right, Will back inside the ring to reset the count. If not, there we go. Now with both fighters back inside, we can resume the fight properly. The ref, the outside counting by the ref is real weird, because if like anybody goes inside the ring and then leaves the ring, it restarts the count, which doesn't make sense because the other guy would still be out there. So his count should still be like whatever it was. Yeah, but yeah, they sometimes just stop. Whoa! Swing and a miss by the Fresh Prince. As Max able to tag in Charlie. The gang trying to finish off the Kings of Bel Air. Fresh Prince desperate to a tag to either Joffrey or Uncle Phil, and in comes Phil. In comes the big man. Oh, Kelly having no time for it. Here goes Charlie. Who might wrestle like the Road Dogg? He's certainly Road Dogg-esque. Not quite sure. Leg sweep. Okay, so Dennis is definitely still has default because nobody has the curb stomp just as a move. Like nobody. Uncle Phil able to power out. I'm just writing down that I think I need to do the gang. I didn't do them. I wonder if that means I didn't do Trash Man either. Like I said, I did most. It was late. Oh, Mac helping his partner out. Down goes the Fresh Prince. That's going to give Dennis some time to recover. Doesn't help him, however. Oh, wait. Perhaps it does. Just got his jaw jacked by the Fresh Prince. Taking out to Joffrey. Springboard into the DDT, beautifully done. Into that knee strike, and now Dennis busted wide open. Kings of Bel Air not messing around. Have busted open 2 of the 3 members of the gang here tonight. Off the ropes once again. Big splash by Uncle Phil. Into the cover. 1, 2, Mac with the save. That was almost it for Dennis. Big belly to belly by Uncle Phil. Mac tried to roll out of the ring. For safety, Uncle Phil cut him off to deliver more punishment. Not even the legal man. Ref should be counting him out. It's 5 to get out of the ring, but again, the ref there finally issues a count of 1. Dennis fighting for his life here. Somehow able to maneuver Uncle Phil into his own corner, going for that Dragon Sleeper once again. Unfortunately, that means his partners have to jump off the apron. That's not going to help him get tagged in. Rolling neck snap from Dennis Reynolds. Desperate tag to Mac. Ref didn't see it, but he's going to count it. He was looking at the tag to Joffrey on the other side of the ring. Big stinger splash in the corner. Off the ropes. Oh, the elbow! Oh, nicely done by Mac. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Joffrey out at a solid 2. Just powers him down, does Mac. Quick tag into Charlie as we see Dennis starting to stir outside the ring. Spike with a DDT. Quick cover here. 1, 2. Joffrey out of 2. Fresh Prince trying to make the save. Phil desperate for the tag. Charlie signaling that this is the end. That this is it for Joffrey. Got to focus on his opponent, though. Joffrey starting to stir. Dennis trying to help Mac outside the ring. Joffrey with the counter. Nicely done. Able to flip Dennis over. Back in comes Uncle Phil. That may have been the gang's moment. Oh, hang on. Pump handle into the slam. Yeah, he's absolutely the road dog. Just a 2 count, however. Okay, so Charlie already has one. Just Dennis, I don't think. Well, I don't know about Mac, but... Okay. Charlie Kelly clearly has one. Again, muscling them down with that spinebuster variation. Tag back out to Joffrey. Charlie Canley was trying to grab him in something and he missed. Oh, nice follow-up by Joffrey into the corner. Looking to climb the ropes. Quick tag. In comes Dennis. Joffrey's got to change tactics. Wailing away on Dennis Reynolds. Off the ropes, missing the DDT. Dennis scoops him up. Spins him over for the curb stomp. Splat! Gonna try to pull him away from the ropes and pin him in the gang's corner. Into the cover. 1! Phil saves the matchup almost immediately. Up and over goes Uncle Phil. Not going to be able to be a factor for long. Belly to belly by Dennis. Drops the big knee. Can't quite follow it up with a pin yet. Into the label lock. Trying to tap Joffrey out. Wrenching back is Dennis, and Joffrey forced to tap. What resilience from the gang to beat the Kings of Bel Air. It's all Dennis Reynolds' default moves, too. I don't know if Mac necessarily had somebody's moveset. I'll have to double check. Oh, you know what? Okay, so the Trash Man, I'm pretty sure I made him one of the Viking people. Just because I was like, yeah, he'll just wrestle tough, I think. As like Eric or Ivar, one of the two. So I'm pretty sure Trash Man's down.
Here are your winners.
They're so happy.
Geeks.
Dennis and Mac are terrible, but they got the win, and that's all that matters. Yay! A smooth jazz plays in the background. Like I'm in a dentist's office waiting for an appointment in the late 70s, early 80s. Alright, spinning out of last week, where Medea and Queen Elizabeth were too busy fighting outside the ring, getting both of their teams counted out in their 6-woman matchup. We're going to go ahead and have a singles match between the two, between Medea and Queen Elizabeth II, so they can settle their hostilities like gentle ladies. right, competitors and referee ready for this one. What a start by Queenie. Big scoop slam to show she is not intimidated at all by the larger and more powerful Medea. Big echoes on these sounds. Guess the crowd's not quite engaged yet. There we go. Get that crowd into it. Sounds like they're in the training room right now. Oh, now it's Medea's turn for a slam. She's going to go gorilla press. Down goes Queen Elizabeth II. Oh, if this thing ends in a double count out, I mean, it'd be funny, but... Oh, another big slam, this time outside the ring by Queen Elizabeth II. Trying to keep this fight inside the ring. I hope. Oh! Medea was posing for the crowd there. Not quite sure what to make of her. Curb stop variation, this time by Queen Elizabeth II. Though I'm pretty positive I gave her somebody's moveset, so that's, I don't know who, but somebody must do that then, I guess. The black handle by Queen Elizabeth II. Just stepping on the face of Medea, trying to break her glasses perhaps. Oh dear. I think that's supposed to be a chin lock, but it looks like she's pulling the back of her neck. Queenie might be Shayna Baszler. Not entirely sure. She might be though. And that Canadian backbreaker. Incredible power on display from Queen Elizabeth II here. Referee waving it off as Medea is able to fight free. DDT. Right back into the matchup is Medea. Rope break, almost immediate on that head scissor attempt. Big power slam, hook in the leg deep is Medea. Just a 1 count on Queen Elizabeth II. Medea can't believe it, neither can I. What resilience shown by the Queen. Got her scooped up. What on earth? Powerbomb. Chokeslam variant. Got her stacked up. Medea just escapes. Impressive showing from Queen Elizabeth II here. Another big DDT. Drops a big knee across the sternum of the Queen. Now Medea going up top. Oh, misses the big splash. Queen's turn. Up in the high rent district. Oh, misses a splash as well. And now Medea. Oh, I thought she was going camel clutch. She's trying to hyperextend the lower back of the Queen there with that hip drop. Oh, God! I don't know what's in the water tonight, but people are getting thrown over the top rope like crazy. Medea just waiting for Queen Elizabeth II to stand. Somehow, someway, she's back to her feet at 3. Right back down she goes, thanks to Medea. They have a 10 count to return to the ring. Ref. Oh. Ripcord in the power slam variation. Another deadlift. Running power slam this time from Medea. We're up to 6. We're up at 8. Medea returning to the outside of the ring. That's going to reset the count. Just wearing out the queen on the floor here. Now bouncing her off the commentation station. Able to block that running clothesline attempt as Medea firmly in command of the matchup here since it spilled out to the floor. Once again bouncing queen off the table just so the announcers have to move out of the way. Just wailing away on the queen. Up to 6. Another running power slam. Good Lord, how much can the queen endure? Finally, Medea returns the queen to the ring. Drops the big elbow. And now wrenching back, center of the ring, looking to tap the queen out after all that damage done to the back. Queenie hanging in there. Medea gets frustrated, lets her go, but she's got her set up for something bigger, and I believe here it comes. Double underhook. Pedigree by Medea. 1, 2, 3. Medea with the victory after a pedigree. Maybe she's Stephanie McMahon then. Oh, or Chyna. She could be wrestling as like Chyna, who would have a pedigree, I would assume. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Medea wrestles like Chyna. Probably, since she used the pedigree. Another handful of people to do it. I don't know who the queen is with that power bomb, with that choke slam aspect to it. That was wild.
Here is your winner, Mad Dog EA.
Mad Dog EA. Medea in the common vernacular. Semi-main event time. Things are clipping along. Non-title matchup between our current multiversal champion, Superman, and a Predator. One of the other figures in the mix for a title shot that didn't quite get there at the Ignition Point pay-per-view. We saw Nicolas Cage last week taking out some aggressions on Mahatma Gandhi, and this week at Predator gets to go one-on-one with Superman himself, non-title. Let's get down to the ring. Once this one loads up. We've tweaked some movesets. I think a Predator now wrestles like Karrion Kross, because I feel like that slow, methodical, sort of stalking type style would work for a Predator. And I'm 100% that Superman now has the moveset of Roman Reigns, except I switched his signatures and finishers. So his signature is the spear, and his finisher is the Superman punch, because he's Superman. So he like flies into you with the spear and then just knocks you out, is the sort of theory there. All right, let's get down to the ring. One-on-one competition, just a straight-up singles match. Predator and our multiversal champion, Superman. We last saw these two compete in the Gold Rush tournament. In that matchup, Predator picking up a big 2 points. Good gravy. Just going to work on Superman, showing the new techniques that he's learned. All of our wrestlers this week. A lot of new moves on offer. Up he goes, down he drops, missing that elbow. This is going to allow Superman a chance to get back into it. Oh, just toss him across the ring with that suplex. Stalking his prey is Superman, the reigning multiversal champion. The eventual winner of that Gold Rush tournament. Came down to the wire. We had a lot of competitors tied at 10 points at the end of things. Sent off the ropes by Superman, ducks underneath, off the ropes again. Big clothesline. Goes Superman into the cover on a Predator. One. Just the one count. And Superman slowly makes his way up to the top. Drops that double axe handle from the second rope. A Predator trying to get back into this thing, fights his way to his feet at the very least. Trying to get Superman all akimbo. Hang on, falls him to the outside. Backdrop suplex onto the ring frame. Oh, Superman absorbing the punishment, able to turn things right back around. Referee very lenient in their count here. Finally hits a count of one. Oh no, another tossing suplex by Superman into the corner of the ringside area. Fans loving it. The action getting up close and personal on this week's Trebuchet. As he scoops Predator up now for a nice neck breaker there by Superman. Returning to the ring, basking in the adulation of the crowd for a moment, but perhaps a moment too long. The Saito suplex by a Predator gets him right back into this fight. Now he's busted Superman open. Trying to get him locked in an armbar here. Is the Predator. Superman rolling through it. His left-handed strikes breaking the grip of a Predator. Oh, takes him down again immediately. Oh, scoops him up into the straitjacket sleeper, trying to choke Superman out. Apparently it's not a submission because the ref isn't doing anything. Are they stuck? Oh no, Superman fighting free. What resilience from the multiversal champion. Another beautiful suplex by a Predator. Going up top once more. Got the champ reeling. Picking his spot. Drops the big double sledge. Oh, Superman punch out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Champ thought he had him. So close and yet so far. Now a cravat. What an interesting front face lock here. And Predator taps out. Superman choking the life out of a Predator and getting the win. Big non-title victory for your multiversal champion. Ah, yay! Oh, hang on. Biggest win of that young man's career. Looks like we're gonna do some sportsmanship from our champion. Accepted by a Predator. This could end poorly. This could end poorly. Hang on. Oh, that's it. All right. Show of respect from a Predator. Superman picking up that non-title win. Coming up next, we have your main event of the afternoon. I believe it's 2-on-2 Extreme Rules tag team match for the Women's Tag Team Championships, as Tank Girl and Yolandi Visser of the Bad Guys are getting a rematch against Chun-Li and Cammy, the reigning champions, the Street Toughs. So let's go ahead, get on down to the ring for a big Trebuchet main event for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Load, load, load. Load the entrances. Load, load, load. Some weird space synth plays in the background. That's fun. Go, little bar, go! Last match of the afternoon. Been a thrilling ride so far. There we go. Tag team gold on the line in our main event. Introducing first the challengers.
The following contest is a tag team Extreme Rules match and is for the World Women's Tag Team Championship. The Bad Guys.
There are your challengers on their way to the ring. Whoa! All shiny in the lights. Oh my. Oh my, Tank Girl. Good gravy. I guess they're a little pale, are they? That's funny. Introducing now the champions. Headed on down to the ring. Here they come.
They are the World Women's Tag Team Champions, the Street Profits.
It's the Street Toughs, Cammy and Chun-Li, your World Women's Tag Team Champions. That guy thinks it's real funny. Boom! There you see that beautiful World Women's Tag Team Championship belt up for grabs. Challengers ready. Champions at the ready. Belts on the line in this one. Tag Team Extreme Rules. That is our Tornado Tag. No DQ, no count out. Weapons encouraged. Pin or submit an opponent to win the belts. As our main event of Trebuchet gets underway. Violence begetting violence here. These two met. I believe we've met in the tournament to crown ourselves the inaugural Women's Championship team. Two of the three teams involved in a triple threat tag team 2-3 falls match that saw the Street Toughs pick up 2 consecutive falls to capture the inaugural championships. Spilling out of that, the Bad Guys goading the Street Toughs into a rematch here under Extreme Rules, very much up the alley of the Bad Guys here. Street Toughs with something to prove against these tenacious challengers. heavy impact there to Tank Girl. Somehow perfectly legal for her to wrestle in that helmet. Oh, I thought it was going to help her with that enziguri. As out of the ring rolls Tank Girl. Chun-Li making sure she gets out to the floor. Yolandi Visser alone against Chun-Li and Cammy. If Chun-Li turns her attention, she does not. Instead, continuing to focus on Tank Girl outside the ring. Yolandi off the ropes. Oh, Tank Girl returned. Unceremoniously. I believe Tank Girl wrestles like Nikki Cross, if I'm not mistaken. I forget who Cammy is, but they definitely are somebody. Same with Yolandi Visser's definitely somebody. I know whomever Chun-Li is, I changed their finisher to be a kick combo, so it looked more like something Chun-Li would do. But that's it. Like, I didn't tweak too much. If I could help it. Low blow by Cammy to stop that neck breaker. As Tank Girl grabs a ladder from under the ring and then inadvertently breaks up her partner's attempt to pin Cammy. Oh, poor move there by Tank Girl. Got in the way of the pin accidentally. Into the Regal Cutter by Chun-Li. Drop kick between the shoulder blades. Chun-Li calling for Tank Girl to stand. Yolandi trying to get in the way and does. As Cammy is outside the ring recovering. 2-on-1 for the bad guys. Hammerlock suplex. Yolandi and Tank Girl all over Chun-Li here. As you can see, Cammy slowly stirring. Got to get back in here and help her partner. Big rake of the back. Into the German suplex with release. Cammy looking for some plunder under the ring. Comes up. What does she got? Empty. Comes up empty. Wondered what she had. The answer was nothing. Yolandi forced to leave the ring. Chun-Li forced to leave the ring. Tank Girl absorbs that phantom forearm from Cammy. Got her hoisted in a fireman's carry. Shot, stun gun across the ropes there. Pulls her back to her feet. Rolling Silbutt off the ropes. Hip attack. Now stalking Cammy in the center of the ring is Tank Girl. Round and round she goes. Oh, Tank Girl's Asuka. Into the Asuka lock. Maybe Yolandi is Nikki Cross then. It's got to be one of them. Trying to tap out Cammy, center of the ring for the tag team gold. Cammy somehow fights free. Chun-Li completely preoccupied outside the ring. Meanwhile, the pin attempt got her. Tank Girl choked Cammy out, and we have new women's tag team champions. 2 title fights in the last 2 weeks of Trebuchet. 2 new champs. Gasp. The bad guys with their first title win.
Here are your winners and the new World Women's Tag Team Champions, the Bad Guys.
Whoa, what a victory. Stablemates Harley Quinn and leader Billie Eilish must be thrilled as the bad guys claim women's tag team gold. And that will do it for our 2 weeks of Rampage this week. I would like to exit prepared for the next show. Thank you. We already have a full slate of rivalries, so we can't generate any more, unfortunately. There goes to SmackDown. Let's go ahead and skip forward. I'm just going to take a peek on air at what they auto-booked for the show. So This says it's a rivalry between a Predator and Cobra Commander, but I don't think they're in a rivalry. In fact, I can tell you they're not. Unless it has something to do with... Let me back out and show you. So, my universe, let's take a look at the rivalries. Yes, so Predator and Superman have a rivalry. Captain Marvel, Katy Perry, we haven't started yet. We got this one. These are the ones we have going, and these are the ones that are sort of percolating underneath. And then, yeah, the Lady Boss and Unbridled Strength in a rivalry. That's all. Interesting. So this somehow bleeds through into doing something between Predator and Cobra Commander that involves Superman somehow. I'm not sure about that. And then we got... Okay, we got Hollywood and Violence against... That's the tag team champions, by the way, T-800 and Rambo. So that would be a non-title match, I guess, against your tag team champs, the Soldiers of Fortune. Mahatma Gandhi against the Creature from the Black Lagoon. Okay. Captain Marvel, Katy Perry. Yeah, we do need to start this rivalry, so they will definitely be having a match against each other this week. Or next week, I should say. Ron Swanson, Eminem. Batman Darkseid. There's another rivalry match. Nicely done. And then another rivalry match. Queen Elizabeth II against Tifa Lockhart in that for that tag rivalry. So not terribly. Like, they did book our tag champs in a non-title match. And they're certainly trying to pay attention to the rivalries that they're creating. So we're going to use that as sort of a base template. And we'll sort of tweak things from there in our own match listings and such. But that is going to do it for today. And let me back out of this. Shut down studio mode. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everybody for watching, no matter where or when you happen to be. Wishing everybody chill vibes and clear skies. And if you happen to find yourself in possession of a plethora of positive energy, please share it if you can spare it. So quick shout out to Rasco for hanging out, to Rocco for hanging out, and wishing all the best to Jack Napier. I hope he learns to deal with rejection better in the future, because that was a little embarrassing for you, buddy. A little bit embarrassing. All right, that's going to do it for me for today. Like I said, going to be back on the air tomorrow evening for some Minecraft in Radsylvania. Until such times, enjoy yourselves. If you don't feel like hanging out in Radsylvania with me on Minecraft, totally understandable. Thanks for hanging with me and spending the time with me you did. Ta-ta for now.